All right, time for dumb argument number 2 with respect to the Tyre Nichols killing. Let's call it a murder. However, the fact that the assailants were all black has caused some embarrassment for the BLM community. They're desperately trying to find some way to extricate themselves from this one, and so they have come up with a few strategies. We saw one in the last dumb argument video, and that is that those cops were actually agents of white supremacy. So you see, it's still white people's fault. It doesn't matter if it's black people doing the killing. All right. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people that are pushing that one. Well, we have another angle, and that is it wasn't just black cops. There's a white cop out there. He needs to be charged. And so we're going to talk about that one now. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
Okay, so they've developed a few strategies to sort of ease the embarrassment of having all 5 officers black, and the fact that one of the officers that was there at the initial stop was white is all they need. So they have trained their guns on him, and they're wanting that boy convicted. And they don't care if he's really at fault. And this is something I've been telling so many of you so many times. They don't care if they are at fault. This is political. They just need to have this man charged and convicted to make themselves feel better. It places them on firmer ground in their political debates. And the fact that an innocent man might go to prison means nothing to them. They don't care. Okay, so here we go. We're on Twitter now. Why isn't the white cop who stopped Tyre Nichols and pulled him out of his car also charged? Just because his fat ass was too slow to catch up to him, he gets a pass? Well, if he was too slow to catch up and therefore not be able to take part in the actual beatings that killed him, then yeah, he gets a pass. You know, even if he had wanted to go and beat the living crap out of Tyre Nichols, merely wanting to be engaged in a crime is not enough. Even if he was, I mean, we don't know. We don't know anything about him. But yeah, if he wasn't able to make it to the crime scene to commit the crime, he can't be convicted of it. I like how the 5 cops that are being prosecuted for the Tyre Nichols murder are black, but not the white cop. He gets suspended. Make it make sense. Okay, I'll make it make sense for you. He didn't take part in the killing. It's really all that simple. Yeah. Twitter. Are we being gaslit here? Okay, I have a real problem with this term gaslit. It comes from the movie Gaslight, and I watched the movie many, many, many years ago, and it's about a person who convinces somebody that they're crazy. Quit using it for just any time that people maybe send you a misleading message or something. It actually has a distinct meaning. It came into common use around the time that Trump was running for president for some reason. So quit using the term unless you're using it correctly. Why was the white cop who tasted Tyre Nichols? Ooh, okay, that's let's say he meant tased. Tyre Nichols not charged. Well, there's a very simple reason for that. Tasing the suspect is not a crime. Now, at worst, it might be a violation of police code, of police policies or something like that, but you're not going to be charged for a crime for something like that. You might get reprimanded. If it's bad enough, you might even get fired. But it's pretty rare for just tasing somebody to get charged for a crime. Certainly, the tasing didn't kill Tyre Nichols, so why would you charge the cop for it? The white cop who wasn't charged said, I hope they stomp his ass, talking about Tyre Nichols. Thinking we got some perfect scapegoats. All right. A few of them have been talking about the fact that the white cop, apparently, I don't know, I didn't actually go back and listen, said, I hope they stop his ass. Whatever. That's not going to be a chargeable offense. He's just voicing his opinion. Now, if he had ordered them to go do it, that might be an issue, especially if he had the authority to do it. But expressing his wishes is not going to do it. And stomp his ass is not necessarily the same as killing somebody. Okay, another one. Why wasn't the white cop who tased him first not among those arrested? We talked about it. Tasing somebody is not a crime. Before the beating of Tyre, here is this white cop saying the other cops should beat Tyre Nichols. That's why charging just the 5 isn't enough. It is the mindset and routine of policing. But again, you can't be charged for a crime unless you commit a crime. And there's no crime in anything as far as I can tell what the white cop did. Some people are pointing out that he broke some codes and violations of the police while doing so. Again, that could get him a reprimand, that might get him suspended, but it's not going to normally draw charges. Sarah, the self-hating white liberal, says, who's the white cop that tasered Tyre Nichols? It's not tasered, it's tased. Why is he not part of the charges in this horrific murder? Because he didn't play a role in the murder. Why has he not been mentioned by the PD chief? The same reason. I hope they stomp his ass, white cop regarding Tyre Nichols, because that's what you would do, huh? Maybe, but he didn't. So guess what? You can't charge somebody for what they might do later or would do normally. Have they even identified the white cop that pepper sprayed and tased Tyre, causing him to run, and then said he hopes the Scorpion unit stomps Tyre? Is he the shining white knight of the Memphis police? I don't think anybody's claiming that. Or is Chief Davis protecting him to protect herself? Well, how is protecting him protecting herself? Can somebody explain that to me? That makes no sense whatsoever. But then again, this is Twitter. All right, so it says, the white cop repeatedly said he hopes they stomp Tyre when they catch him. Okay. Again, no crime in that. Plus, you haven't paid attention. The police culture, which is white, is broken. The police culture is not white. The police culture is composed of the people that are in your organization. And there are Asians in the police department, there are blacks, there are women, there are white men. It's not a white culture. We don't care which race. It's the corrupt system in place since slavery. You do care about race. That's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to pin the blame on whites. And now you're saying, well, it's not about race. It is about race to you. Come on. I mean, you're not fooling anybody with this crap. Well, at any rate, that's enough. So if you're the white police officer, I'd lay low and keep in mind, they're going to find out who you are sooner or later. You're going to probably be on Twitter, people wanting you to be charged and all that. Get prepared for a wild ride. But if you haven't committed any crimes, you should be okay. Like my video and subscribe to my channel.